Hi guys, hi everyone. Good evening, everybody, and welcome back again to my channel. It's the free little girl. So I'm on my Facebook too, and we need to talk. I don't know what's wrong. What? The internet connection may not be suitable for live streaming. Check, try checking your connection before going live. Don't tell me that though. Well, it's not suitable. Internet is suitable. I don't know. Am I on live? I think I'm on live. Oh, hi, single mother, single father in Europe. How are you doing, everybody? And welcome back again to my channel. It's the weird girl. He said I'm on live. I think so. Let me go see if I'm on live because I don't want to go around make a video at the end of the day. I'll find out that I'm not online. Okay, I will be very highly disappointed because I really want to make this video. Okay, so I think go around make a video. I can hear myself. Okay, so hi guys, hi everybody. Good evening, everybody, and welcome back again to my channel. It's a real girl, and welcome on YouTube, everybody. I just want to make this video very fast, okay? And I want you to listen to this video, and then we can come back and talk, okay? I want you all to listen to this video, then we can.
So my people, abeg make una lis ten to this very short story when I wan tell una. No be story, na reality when e happen for our country, for Niger Delta. I dey pass this message make I tell una say no be everybody when una see say e dey suffer some kind things for life, no be deserve pity from una. So this woman dey, make una go don see the matter for social media. This woman dey when be say if she lose her husband don go the land of great beyond. So this woman now, the time when her husband dey work for very good company, for oil company for Niger Delta. And this man, before he die, he get wife and children. As e be say this man don go now, then dem come leg so that the money wey due to this man for where they work, dem go fit secure am for this man. And after all the thing, e be like say na family member, according to this woman when dey talk, so when he share the story on social media, he say na the family member, it's like the husband, brothers and sisters, na the finance the lawyers when e fit push this matter, when e be say the company come release this money when e due to her husband, whether na gratuity or whatever they go call am. And they say this money na 20 million naira. So before this company go pay this 20 million naira, they say they needed to see the wife of this man when he died, so that they go pay the money directly to the wife, because this money now belongs to the wife and the children of this man. So like they say, they call this woman, this wife. As this wife go now, they say may bring a picture when he take do wedding with this man the time when they are alive. He bring all evidence to show say na she be the real wife of this man before the man go the land of great beyond. So immediately they don't see and say now the woman now be the real wife. Now they come pay this money. They give a check. Say this money, make you dey very very careful, because this money belong to you and your children. So this your family members now they help take lawyer and everything to make sure say this company pay this money. But this money originally belong to you, the woman, and the children. So as it go be now, when you don't live here, now you can know wetin you take compensate this your husband people when he help take lawyer to make sure say this money the company release am. So they come tell am make he sign. She come sign everything. They come give am the check of 20 million naira. Immediately they come out of that company, as they go for road, before this woman go enter motor say she dey go house, now the family members tell her say this check give us make we go now for whatever reason I no know. So they come collect the check for the woman hand. As the woman reach out the second day, the third day, now the woman call them say how this matter go be now, because the check still dey una hand, una need to give me the check so that I go cash this money, or I go collect this money from bank, make I for deposit am into my account. Now they tell her say, in fact, no just go there. That money, you no get share for
Don't
that
enter
money.
voice link.
That money, you no get share money because this money it belong to we, the family member. So you and the children now know how na want do na self.
Go boy
Una
this.
they come to tell the woman whether the woman think say they be fool when they go take lawyer since take they fight this money. As we dey talk now, 10 kobo they no give this woman and the children out of the money. So I want make una leave una comment for this video. Make una imagine and say wetin una think about this incident when e happen to this woman. And this woman I don dey cry for help say make people come help am because she don confuse the future of her children dey inside that 20 million. The future of she wey be the wife dey inside that 20 million. Na she suppose to compensate this family member wey be say finance the release of this money. Na she come know whether im for give this family member 2 million, 3 million, 4 million, 5 million. But this money belong to the wife and the children of this man when he die. So how una see this matter? So wetin make me dey talk as the people say they don collect this money now, deny the wife and the children of that man the everything. Wetin una think about this matter? Because when bad thing dey happen to some kind people, una go dey get pity on them. Una no know the kind thing when they don the kind thing when they don use their hand commit in the past. Right now they don frustrate the woman and the children. No future for the children and no future for the woman. Where this woman wan start from? So this one na great and quick message. And women make una dey very very sharp because if to say na me be that woman, I no suppose to give the check to that family member. I go make sure say na me go transfer the check into my account by myself. Then I go from there settle the family member. But another thing be say some people don come with their own opinion say if to say you no give them that check, maybe they for beat am for road collect that check for your hand. So wetin be una own opinion about this incident when it happen? Now this short message I say make I release for now. Today not be chop at the chop. Now message now I bring and make women make una dey very very careful so that make una no fall victim of this kind of ugly circumstance. I pray may God intervene in the life of this woman and her children. But share your opinion. Make we know what you think about this incident. Thank you. God loves you. Bye bye.
Hi guys, I hope all of you heard what this man just said. Okay, if maybe you don't understand pidgin English, I'm going to break it down a little bit for you all. So the story has to do with a woman that the husband was working in a good company in Nigeria, and at the end of the day it happens that she lost her husband to death. And after losing her husband to death, most companies in Nigeria, if you are working for a good companies, they used to pay compensation to the family of the man that died, their workers, maybe the wife, the children. They used to pay compensation. Normally for the wife, you have to come with documentation to justify that you are married to this person. And at the end of the day, they will end up paying some money to you as the wife. So this woman happened that after she did all the documentation and everything, they happened to pay her some money, which is about 20 million, according to him. And what happened next? The family were involved in the trying to work out the paperwork and everything to get the money. After they paid the money, they gave her a check of 20 million to go and withdraw in the court. And what in the bank? What happened next? That the family of the man demanded the check from her, and she gave them the check. So the next day, she was trying to retrieve the check from these people, and they told her that they are not going to release the check to her, that she is not entitled to the check, that she should go and look for a way to take care of her children. So why can something like this happen to a lot of women? Don't you ask yourself, why can a woman be so careless like this? My opinion is that most African women, most Nigerian women, they normally come into marriage thinking that they are not worthy of nothing. They don't deserve anything from a man. A man don't have to do anything for them. Many of them come into marriage with independent mind because of the way the society have already made them think that they don't deserve anything from their husband, that they have to work very hard to get everything for themselves and for their children. And we come from a society where men don't create legacy. Many African men think that they are married, but they are single, that everything that they are working is for them alone. And because they have the opportunity, or the open marriages that many of them normally engage themselves in, the men have the opportunity to get married whenever they want. They can sleep around, they can do everything. So most of the women don't have a lot of expectation from the men, and the society have taught our women to be independent and never to want anything from any man, that if you need anything, even as to food, that you have to work very hard to get the food on your table, whether you married or not, and with kids. You have to be responsible for everything. So the society have already brainwashed the minds of the African women to think that way. That is why we see most of the women, they don't expect anything from a man. Money wise, character, values, integrity. They don't expect anything from most of these men. They believe that they can be in a marriage, and just be there. The moment something happened to the man, you see the family trying to claim every property the man have, the family trying to claim everything. And we come from a society where the well-beings of the children are ignored by most of by the family and the society at large. We come from a society where women have been told that money is nothing, but love is everything. But there is no way love is going to pay your bills. There is no way love is going to pay your children's education. So we come from a society where women don't think about themselves. All they think about is having a husband, and they don't care what this man is bringing to the table. Meanwhile, most of the women are ready to bring 100% to the table, and most of the men, most of the time, don't bring anything to the table. So most of these women has already been brainwashed by the mother-in-law, the father-in-law, everybody in the society already know that you are coming there to get a sperm and have a baby. Then you are off the grid and you going. Nobody hold you nothing. That is why you see them always saying, don't marry for this, don't marry for that, marry for love. At the end of the day, if you marry for this thing, if your husband happens to die or something, your children will not be secure financially. Your children will not live a good life. Your children have to take the struggle that you or your husband struggled when you were young. Most That is why you see most of the children in Africa going to crime, going towards stress, going towards different struggle in life, because most of the time their mom or their dad have money, but because the family of the man think that the wealth of the father, the children or the wife is not entitled to it. So most of them snatch those money, snatch those property, and leave the children in abject poverty. They leave them with nothing because they believe that the woman don't deserve anything. They don't deserve the property of the man. They will shame them or gaslight these women like you are a gold digger. You are expecting money from a man. How can you be expecting money from a man? Things like that. They used to shame all these women. But most of them, they don't see the consequences of that behavior of leaving your children with nothing, absolutely nothing to live on. At the end of the day, you see these kids going into crime and everything. And you see, the family have the mind to snatch the check from the woman because they believe she is not entitled to that check. And the worst thing is that when you marry most of these men and it happens that the man died, is a big problem to the woman. She will go through rituals, she will go through humiliation. Most of the time, most of these women are accused of killing their husbands and all this stuff. At the end of the day, most of the time, the family believe that these women don't deserve to get anything from their husband's property, that everything that their husband have belongs to the family. That is why you see most of the children are actually going through a very difficult time in Africa. And because of most of our women, most of them are mommies, most of them don't think for themselves. They don't they have been brainwashed, okay, not to think for themselves, not to have the best interest for themselves and their children. You see, that allow these people to take the property most of the time, threats, different things happen to most of these women when they lose their husband or something like that happen. Most of these women go through a lot of stress. They have to feed their kids alone. Most of the time you see their husbands are very rich, but because the family decide to sit upon the money that the man left, because of the mentality that was already put in place to these women, that the moment you are interested in money, you will be labeled as a gold digger, will be labeled as you came for the money. But most of them forgot that the kids need a better education, they need a better environment to live in, they need a better life, and all these things are going to be provided with money. But most of them are so selfish, they don't think about that. They don't look at the interest of the women, and there is no law that is really enforcing property rights to women that have children for a man. Even if she doesn't have a child for a man, I believe that if somebody spend their life with you and they're married to you, I believe if something like that happens, the woman is entitled to the man's property, because that is how it's supposed to be, not the family members. Because I will urge most of the family member to go look for job, look for something doing. You don't have to sit down all your life waiting for your brother or somebody close to you to die so that you can be able to run after their property and seize their property, oppress their wives. Because every man on this planet earth that is really really intelligent, they should understand that everything that they are working for is for their wife, is for the wife and and the children that she brought to this world for them. Because at the end of the day, those children are going to take the name of this man, they are going to take the legacy of this man, they are going to take after this man. So I believe that properties should be inherited by the mother and transfer to the children. And most of the time you see most women that have grown children, most of their son choose to take the property and behave like the woman don't exist. I see another type of oppression over there, because if your husband should own a property, I believe the time the man died, the property should go to the woman. When the woman finish up, she can give it to the children. But that automatically snatching the property to the children is somehow, I believe, is somehow discriminatorial, is discriminating, okay? Because I live in a country where we don't speak English, so I try my best to do the best, okay? So I think it is very discriminating when automatically the property goes from the child to the children, and most of the wife have to look for money, have to look for food, have to look for something. So I believe that most law need to be regulated in Africa. Most law need to be updated in Africa, because it's not fair for you to spend your life with your husband, have children with your husband, and the next thing something happened to the man, your his family members, brothers, sisters have to keep the property of this man. I think it's not fair why the children begin to suffer, they begin to be a threat and a problem to the society, because we don't look at the consequence of behaviors like this, how it is going to impact the society when the children money that their father left for them to get a better education, better environment, a better life is being enjoyed by their fathers, brothers. Most of the time, the government, the society don't care if the children can go become a criminal, struggle and whatever. They don't care. All they care about that they can be able to oppress the women, because the women too are enablers. Most of the women are enablers. Most of them take this mentality that they don't deserve anything from any man, that they have to work and toil all their life to get food, to get everything that they want. They can have 5, 6 baby for a man, and they believe that this man don't owe them anything. And if you're a woman that have this mentality that a man don't owe you nothing, loyalty, integrity, money, legacy, or you and your kids, you have to change this mentality. Because if this woman have this mentality of my husband's property belongs to me, she is not going to release that check to anybody. She is going to look for security, alternative things on how that check could be transferred to her and all those stuff. She would never release that check, but because of that softness, because of that societal trying to make women look like they are good women and all those stuff. It's easier for them to release those checks to their husbands and brothers or in-laws and all those stuff. If it was a woman that believed that the kids deserve the money, because you as a woman, you have to put yourself and your children first when things like this happen. You have to put your kids first, because now you are alone with your children. You need money, you need another type of life that you were living before. You need money to do a lot of things in that society, and you don't have to play with money that belongs to your children. There is nothing like a good woman or a bad woman there. You don't have to think about anybody's interest except your interest and the interest of your children. Because no matter what you are going to do, people are going to say you are bad, you are this, you are that. People are going to have something to say about you. That is why the first interest is going to be your kids and you. How you are going to be comfortable, you mourning your husband. At the same time, you can still walk after the weight that he left, because your husband worked very hard to get all this money, and you don't have to throw those money to anybody because you want to be a good woman, because you don't want people to talk about you, but because most of these men, in-laws, the interest that they have is for themselves. They don't think about anybody. So that is the same attitude you have to take. You don't think about anybody. Let them go for themselves, because that is what many of them are targeting: the money, the property, whatsoever they can lay their hands on. You have to be very, very smart. First of all, you have to let go of that mentality of no man owe you anything. If they don't owe you anything, you have to beg children for them. You're wasting your time when you believe, "Yeah, I will look for money, I will do this for myself, I will do that for myself." Make sure you let that mentality go. Make sure that you let that mentality go. If you let that mentality go, things like this will not happen. You will not release that check, because now your husband is gone. You have to protect the money, you have to protect the wealth. That is the next thing you have to do. You have all the time to mourn your husband for the rest of your life if you want, but you have to look at the check, you have to look at the money. Very, very important, okay? So don't make mistakes like this, like giving out the check to anybody. No, the documents and papers, like they will come, bring the document paper to them. Don't even know where it is. I don't know where it is. My husband kept it in bank, or my husband kept it somewhere. You don't have to release anything to anybody. Don't allow anybody to tell you it's our tradition that you have to submit all the documents. Let them, you don't know where it is. That you can, after the burial, whatever, you're going to check for it. Don't give people access to just bounce into your house, trying to look for things, trying to oppress you. Don't give those access. Now that the man that you spent your life with is gone, the next thing you have to protect the wealth and the money for your children. Yeah, it doesn't mean that you don't love the man. It doesn't mean that you don't care about the man. It means that you are protecting the interest of your children, which you have to do. You don't allow everything that your husband have worked for to just go like that. You have to make sure you protect the interest of your children, and it will be better for you, because the society don't care, the courts don't care, the judiciary, the everybody, nobody care. Your sister-in-law don't give a damn if you're going to raise your kids or not. She doesn't care. Your brother-in-law don't care. Your mother-in-law don't care. Everything they care about is their own interest, and you should be fighting for your own interest. There is nothing like Jesus. There is nothing like God. Whatever. Nobody cares actually. You need to think about yourself in situation like this. Don't allow people to tell you otherwise. You go digger, you this, but you are not left in this world alone to take care of your child. Being passive, being good is not going to put food on your table for your children. Being to please people will not put food on your table or put food on the table of your kids. So, whatever your husband left, make sure you protect it jealously for your children, because the society is difficult for widow, it's difficult for single mothers, it's difficult for women with children. The society don't help. So the only thing you have to do is the thing that your husband worked and left for you. You have to hold it very tight. Many of these men that will shame you that you're a gold digger, you are this, they go dig more than you. They are gold digger more than you. So you have to be very, very wise. You have to be very, very smart. Go after the money, take care of the money, and keep for yourself. If you have to do a little bit of service for them, you can give them something. And if you don't want, good. That is left for you. Okay? So I'm going to leave you all on this video because I don't want this video to be too long. Let me see how many of 26 minutes with 3 seconds. I love all of you all. Bye bye everyone. I am on my 3 platform. Presenter will not be presentable. I'm on my single mother, single father in Europe, and I am on my YouTube, which is Real Girl. So I love you all. Bye bye, everyone. If you see this video, don't forget to share, don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe. I love you all. Bye bye, everybody. Let me go. Going off my YouTube first.